You ever notice how success doesn't reward effort anymore? Like, no matter how hard you push, no matter how early you wake up, no matter how much you grind or how much you sacrifice, it just never seems to be enough. You're doing everything that they told you to do, everything that's supposed to work, and yet here you are, still chasing, still grinding, still hustling, still wondering, when is it finally going to click for me? What if I told you there's a reason for that? If you're wondering, who is this guy? Let me introduce myself, man. My name is Marquez Pye. I'm an identity transformation coach and a speaker, and I've spent over 10 years working with high performers, entrepreneurs, and leaders who are doing everything right, but still feel like something's missing. I help people transform their identity so that success becomes sustainable, not just achievable, but something you can actually maintain without burning out. And what I'm about to share with you today is the reason why so many smart, talented, and hardworking people still feel stuck. Because here's what I learned after the years of doing this work. The people that I coach don't have a strategy problem. They don't have an effort problem. They have an identity problem. And here's the truth that changes everything. You cannot outperform your identity. See, I was raised like a lot of people with that go hard mentality. Grind while you can, never let anyone outwork you. The early bird gets the worm, right? And I bought into that. For years, I thought that was the winning formula. Work more hours, hustle harder, and sacrifice more. And look, I'm not here to tell you that hard work doesn't matter, because it does. There are seasons where you have to push, where effort is absolutely necessary. But here's what I learned the hard way. There's something even more important than how much effort you're giving. It's your identity, your belief systems, and the control that you have over them, not just the work that you're doing itself. Because you can hustle yourself into exhaustion, you can grind yourself into the ground, but if your identity hasn't shifted to match where you're trying to go, you'll just keep resetting back to where you started from. I work with entrepreneurs and high performers who are doing everything right on paper. They've got the right strategy, they've got the right skills, they've even got the proper amount of work ethic, but they still feel behind. They're afraid they won't reach success fast enough, or that they'll be too old to enjoy it when they finally do. They're terrified of running out of time, or of never even arriving to their destination in the first place. And they're tired of wasting all this effort on the wrong thing. And here's the thing that most people don't even realize. They're not failing because they're not working hard enough. They're stuck because they're trying to create a new level of success, but their old identity doesn't even believe that it belongs there yet. And it doesn't even believe that it can handle the pressure that the new level of success brings. Think about it. You're trying to become the person who makes 7 figures, but you still have the money beliefs of a poor person. You're trying to start a business, but you still have the same self-concept of someone who needs a consistent paycheck that a 9-to-5 brings. You're trying to build something legendary, but you still feel like an imposter. See, here's what most people don't even realize. Your identity is programmed to protect you. It protects what you have, and it protects where you are right now. So when you start growing or trying to grow, and you start pushing beyond what's familiar, your identity does what I call a factory reset. Just like when you get your cell phone and you wipe it clean, it reverts back to the original default setting. It pulls you back to what it knows. It pulls you back to what's comfortable. It pulls you back to what it's used to. It pulls you back to what feels safe, back to the version of you that it recognizes the most. This is why you can have a breakthrough one week and then be back going through them same old patterns the very next week. This is why you can start making progress and then eventually you end up self-sabotaging again. This is why the same issues keep showing up in your life, in your business, in your relationships, but just in different forms. It's not because you don't understand discipline. It's not because of a lack of strategy. It's because your identity is doing exactly what it's designed to do, which is keeping you safe. So let's talk about what identity actually is. Because when I say identity, I'm not talking about your personality. I'm not talking about your job title or your resume. I'm talking about your self-concept. Your self-concept is the story that you believe about who you are and what's possible for you. It defines what you think you deserve, what you believe that you can handle, and what feels normal to you. In other words, it's your mental capacity. And here's the thing, when your identity is aligned with your goals, when your self-concept matches the next level that you're trying to go to, you don't second guess every move anymore. You don't waste time over analyzing. You don't burn energy doubting yourself and stressing yourself out because you're in fear, because the decision already matches who you believe yourself to be. That's what we call alignment. That's when things start to feel easy, not because the work itself got easier, but because you became different. So do this for me. Before you try another strategy, before you go trying to push through another all hands on deck season, causing yourself to stress out and burn out, before you add yet another thing to your to-do list, or before you just try to rebuild your systems and your frameworks thinking that those are the problems and the issue, start with the foundation, your mind, your beliefs, and then your actions. You would never try to build a house by starting with the kitchen or the living room, right? You have to start with the foundation first, because when your identity aligns with your goals, results stop being unpredictable and they start becoming consistent. You stop trying to force things and they just start flowing naturally. You stop hustling harder and you start becoming who success requires you to be. This is the new way to be successful in 2026. Not by working harder, not by moving faster. Look, Mark Zuckerberg had a saying when he first started Facebook: move fast and break things. Look, that worked back then. But sometimes you can break the wrong thing. Sometimes you can damage things to a point that they aren't repairable. So I would adjust that sentence and say, move fast and align things. Align them with your purpose. Align them with your goals. Align them with your future destination. Just like when you go to a good chiropractor after a bad accident and they put your bones back in place and you feel so much better, you realize you were never broken. You were just out of alignment. Your identity was out of place, because results follow actions, actions follow behavior, and behavior follows identity. So if you're tired of grinding and not growing, if you're tired of working hard but still feeling stuck, maybe it's time to stop trying to fix the strategy and start transforming the self. If this video resonated with you in any way, do me a favor, drop a comment down below and let me know what's one identity shift you need to make this year. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell, man. Hey, and if you know anybody that you feel like this video would help in any way, make sure you send it to them, man. Y'all have a good one. We'll catch y'all in the next one.